Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and it is Sunday sports wrap time. Again, every Sunday morning, roughly around 8 a.m., we come on and we talk a little sports. We're going to get you up to date on the happenings in the NFL. This is week 18 finale. The regular season finale is going down today. Got a few games that have some playoff implications linked to them. Just a few. We're going to talk about that today and a little bit of some other things, some other sports stuff. Black Monday. Yeah, that is upon us, where NFL coaches get their pink slips. Who do you think might be getting one? We're going to talk about that and who could be possibly looking for another job. But today is all about week 18, the regular season finale. We had 2 games on yesterday. And we gonna chat a little bit. Again, I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. Make sure you come in, like, subscribe, share this to all your social media platforms. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. That is Kendrick Sports also. That's SportZHustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. Make sure you like and follow them both on YouTube. And subscribe to them on YouTube, I should say, and like and follow them both on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. And you can follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson51, where it goes down in my chats on my live streams. I get a lot of love on TikTok, but I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving YouTube and Facebook. I'm gonna see if I can get in that algorithm where I can get more viewers and streams, live streams. Views, but we're gonna stay at it. But again, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy New Year to you. I hadn't seen you since last year. It is January 4th, and we are starting a new year, 2026. I didn't do no resolutions and all that. I never really do. And if I do goals, and I write them down, and I keep them right up here. I don't let anybody know what they are. I just keep them to myself. But to those that do those resolutions and all that, more power to you. No hate, no shame here. I just don't do it that way. I kind of keep it undercover and keep it to myself. So again, I'm about to go live as well over here on TikTok. So if you feel like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. It's because it's probably going to be people jumping in this chat, because we're going to be talking about the NFL Week 18. We got the playoff seedings already. Some already set. It still could be some changes due to some games that happened today. But I'm getting ready to go click that live over here on TikTok. I'm going to stay here. But if you're watching me on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Don't be hiding in the bushes. I saw one person popped in. I think it may have been on YouTube, and they left. That's all right, though. But if you pop in, you stay for a little bit, make sure you comment. Like it. Again, subscribe, share this too, and let me know where you're watching from. And I would like to know what's your thoughts on these upcoming playoffs in the NFL. So sit tight, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully my mic is working correctly. Last week I had an issue with my mic on Facebook and YouTube. I had to delete that live stream because I don't know what happened. And I had some issues that just popped up just a minute ago, and hopefully they fixed. So if you come in and you watch me, give me the thumbs up in the comment section if my microphone is on point. If it's not, say, hey, Mike, I can't hear you. Mike is messed up or something. But let me know if you pop in and you watching this on Facebook, YouTube. Let me know you're watching it. Give me the thumbs up if the audio is clean. If it's not, give me either the thumbs down or say your audio is messed up. Again, I had to delete that whole live stream. I hated that too, but it is what it is. Sometimes technical things happen. It is what it is. But sit tight, hold tight. Again, we talking NFL Week 18 and playoff pairings. What's your thoughts? We're going to talk about that here in just a second. But hold tight. I'm about to go live on TikTok. Good Sunday morning, TikTok. How you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, as you can see in my backdrop, it is all things Packers and NFC North. I am a Packers fan, obviously, by my background, but I am a NFL fan. as well. But what we're talking NFL regular season finale, week 18 goes down today. We had 2 games last night, and now we got somewhat the playoff seedings are kind of set somewhat. But there's a couple of games that could impact those playoff seedings as well. Today, we're going to talk about that and talk about where we at, talk about the 2 games that went down last night. Good morning to you, Wood. How you doing? Happy New Year to you. It's funny. I hadn't seen you guys since last year. Hope you're having a good one. Happy New Year to you. Make sure you come in, tap that screen, get them lights up. Let me know where you're watching from again. And we're going to talk what's happening. Wood already got a question in here over on TikTok. How far are you seeing us going in the playoffs, GPG? We're going to get to that, but let me get through some of the preliminaries. Y'all make sure y'all come in and share this live as well. Again, if you haven't followed me, follow me right here on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. You can also like and subscribe to my YouTube channels. Doesn't cost you a dime. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Host as well as TFG Sports Media. You can like and follow them both on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. Again, you can follow me right here on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. What's up, cool? Technically, this is a bye for us. And looks like we're gonna be doing we heading to Chicago. But I think we got just good a shot as anybody. Again, once you get into playoffs, everything goes out the window. Those records go out the window. Everybody's 0-0. But as far as my Packers, I definitely think the thing that actually I'm concerned about is defensively. Can we get teams off the field, get them in third and long situations, and get them off the field? What's up, Don? Go Bears. There you go. So again, that's my thoughts. I think we just got as good a shot as anybody in the NFC. But right now, the Seattle Seahawks are hitting on all cylinders. If you watch, our DBs are horrible. Speaking of which, we claimed Trevon Diggs off of waivers this week, which we needed because our bodies, we're a walking mass unit. I think he can help a little bit. Wood, I call him fix-a-flat, and I've said this before. I think he's kind of going to be that guy that when you have a tire that you don't have a spare, but you got some fix-a-flat, you can put some fix-a-flat in it and get to the store and finally get a real tire. That's kind of how I look like at Trevon Diggs. But we're banged up in the secondary. Nate Hobbs is done for the year. We also lost that safety, so he's gonna help a little bit. What's up, Drunken God? Happy New Year to you. I know the 49er Empire in the house. Yeah, y'all took that L last night, but the Seahawks was banging on all cylinders. And speaking of another mass unit, the 49ers are just as banged up as we are. I think both teams have been pretty much injury riddled all season, but hats off to the 49ers, man, for what they've been able to do, even though they lost last night. But he'll help a little bit, Don. We'll see. Yeah, Evan Williams is hurt as well, Wood. Yep. So there you have it. But again, make sure you let me know where you're watching from. Tap that screen, get them lights up. We're gonna do all that stuff. Again, happy New Year to every one of you. Hope you had a good New Year's Eve. Hope you're having a great start to your 2026. Again, I'm live simultaneously right here on Facebook and YouTube as well. Anybody over there, make sure you comment. Let me know where you're watching from as well. And make sure you let me know if my audio is okay. I had a problem with my audio on my live stream last week on Facebook and YouTube. I had to delete that live stream because it was just all wet. What's up? Hello, sir. You think Falcons have improved the last few games? Good message towards end of the season. Actually, I think they do. Bosnian, I believe that's how I said that. I think they have improved just a little bit. Drunken God is in South Carolina. And somebody's going to be rooting for them Falcons today. By the way, them damn Carolina Panthers are rooting for the Falcons. They need the Falcons to beat the Saints to win the NFC South. On the flip side, the Buccaneers, they rooting for the Saints because they need the Saints to beat the Falcons to win the NFC South. I appreciate that follow too. So that's one of the games. What up, C Valley? That has some playoff implications riding on it as well. And the other big game coming up tonight It is the AFC North Division showdown between those Steelers and the Ravens. Whoever wins that will be the 4th seed in the AFC. And the Steelers wet the bed last week by not taking care of them Browns, and they put themselves in this predicament. So that is definitely going to be the game that a lot of people are going to be watching tonight. The Steelers and the Ravens. Whoever wins that in the playoffs, whoever loses, go home. That's a wrap for the 2025 season for them. So there you have. Yeah, Wood said he see the Steelers losing. Does Golden finally? Sean, I don't really care. I don't really want him to play that much, Sean. If he does, we going with what's his name? Name that tune, Clayton. Name that tune. Will start today for the Packers. Obviously, we're going to sit the Packers are going to sit as many starters as they possibly can. Obviously, you can't sit them all. You can't sit all the starters because of the limited roster. But quite frankly, as far as Golden getting a touchdown, that's the least of importance on my list. Me personally, I could care less if he got one. I just want him to get healthy. I appreciate that follow, Beverage Man, the 3. Michael says Caleb needs to get over 270 yards to get 4,000 yards first to do it. That's what's up. He may do it. I don't know how much more they're gonna let him play versus the Lions. I mean, technically the Bears are locked in at the 2 seed. I don't know how much long Ben Johnson's gonna let him play. But that, hey, these players also have incentives. Some of them, a lot of them, locked into their contracts. If they get certain numbers, they get more money, and I get that. So I don't know how long Ben Johnson's gonna let him play. Again, I think the Bears are pretty much locked into that number 2 seed. Is Diggs ready to play? I don't know, Travis. He better be. I don't know if he's playing today. I don't think he's gonna play today. But hell, he better be. He said no, he said today we having lion stew. I appreciate that gift, Nick. Thanks. Bears are either the 2 or the 3. Yeah, and I think pretty much they're probably going to be the 2 seed at this point. Far as speaking of seedings, here we are. Let's start with the NFC. And again, these can change. The Seahawks, they locked in at number 1. Seahawks got the home field advantage and the first round bye all the way through the playoffs after beating the 49ers last night. Again, the Bears are the 2 seed. The Eagles are the 3 seed. They got the Commanders today. They're not probably playing any of their guys. The 4th seed is still up in the air. Tampa Bay, and it's either going to be Tampa Bay or the Carolina Panthers. Tampa Bay needs the Saints to win the division, to be that 4th seed. The Panthers need the Falcons to win to be that 4th seed. I believe that is correct. Yeah, the Panthers need the Falcons, so I want to make sure I got that correct. If Eagles win and Bears lose, the Bears are the 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's still some jockeying right now. I don't. Again, it just depends on who's playing. How important is it to be the 2 or 3 seed? At the end of the day, if you either won, you're gonna get one home game, one home playoff game, regardless. Eagles need to lose for the Bears to stay in the 2. And that's possible. Like I say, right now, all this is preliminary. I don't see the Saints beating the Falcons. Man, this season has been a roller coaster. I don't put anything past anybody. Appreciate that follow, Maddie. The Eagles are the 3 seed right now, as far as the 4th seed that's up in the air between Tampa Bay and the Panthers. The 5th seed, the Niners could be either the 5th seed or the 6th seed. That is, if the Rams beat the Cardinals, then the 49ers are the 6th seed. If the Rams lose to the Cardinals, then the 49ers are the 5th seed. So that's something that to pay attention to as well. Right now, the Rams are the 6th seed, and obviously the Packers are locked in as the 7th seed in the NFC. Yeah, there's nothing we can do. We locked in at the 7th seed. So far as the AFC seeding, the Broncos are the 1 seed right now. The Patriots are the 2 seed, but that could change. There could be some scenarios happen where the Patriots could get the 1 seed, the Broncos, and you can go check that out. It's a whole bunch of different things that can happen. But right now, the Broncos are the 1 seed, the Patriots are the 2 seed, the Jags are the 3 seed, Again, that Steelers-Ravens games, whoever wins that will be the 4th seed. That game that kicks off tonight on NBC at 7:20. The Texans are the 5th seed. That could flip flop as well. The Chargers are the 6th seed. The LA Chargers and the Bills are the 7th seed. The Jags has a shot to get that 1 seed too. It's a whole bunch of different scenarios that could happen. You can go read those. I've checked them out on ESPN.com. I'm sure you can find them anywhere else. Do you think gets extended? Matt LaFleur gets extended? I think I don't see why he wouldn't. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not. Is LaFleur in his last year of his deal? He could be. I know most time uh organizations, if they really like a coach, they don't let them ride out the last year of their contract. They normally extend them if they think that they got their guy. If they not their guy, they normally don't extend them in that last year of their deal. So that's the question. I think Matt LaFleur. I like LaFleur. I think my Gutekunst and all them, they like him. I think he probably will get extended. Jacob says Broncos all the way. They looking to go. They looking to see we're gonna see. I don't know that AFC. I think both these conferences, man. When you talk about who's the team that beat, obviously, you look at the top of it. The Broncos right now sitting at the 1 seed. The Seahawks. I really watched them I really paid attention to them last night, and their run game with that 1-2 punch the Seahawks got is really potent. Defensively, they really solid. That is the Seahawks. And they just quietly have put together some good games. That is the Seahawks. So with them having home field advantage and all through the NFC playoffs, they're gonna be a tough team to get out of there. In my mind. So we fought hard to get here. No cakewalk, straight dog fights. I hear you, Jake. Appreciate that gift. As far as the AFC, again, my sleeper team is them Houston Texans, man. I think if they can get offensively, they can protect CJ, and he's been mid this season. I must say, CJ he hasn't played up to his potential, in my opinion. Obviously, that offensive line has been a little suspect, but he's missed some throws and made some decisions that I thought he wouldn't be doing. In his 3rd year in the league. So bear the F down. What's up, Ian? CJ like Bull off and on. You right, Kyle. But I definitely like that Texas defense. I think they dogs. Malik Willis is greater than Jordan Love. They different. I wouldn't say he better. I think they different. And I like Willis. I like Malik, what you talking about Willis. And he's not going to play today either, by the way. Yeah, Stroud is up and down. What's up, Kayla? The Ravens is in the house. It's going down in the AFC North Division. The Steelers wet the bed last week, and they put themselves in the position to get put up out of here. Playing them Ravens. If the Ravens ride Derrick Henry like they rode them against us, I see them, they probably going to win this game. It sounds like Lamar Jackson is going to play tonight too. It's a win or go home. I think at this point you got to play. Win or go home. That's all you can do. What's up, 24 Kane? Go Pack Go. Appreciate that, Kyle. Appreciate the love. It's actually a still image. I'm running through a green screen of mine. But hopefully one day it's going to be my man cave. It is my ultimate goal is to eventually have a man cave like this in my own crib. So appreciate the love, though. I got to tell the truth. I ain't trying to fake the funk for my people out there. I see you, Dusty Road. Bear down. I see you. Appreciate that gift, Kyle. What's up, Steve? Good day to you. What up, Jenny? 24. Go Pack Go. So yeah. So that's what we got. Week 18. It's anticlimactic. Some of the matchups that you probably want to watch today. The noon kickoff window. Again, the Saints at the Falcons. The Buccaneers and the Panthers are definitely keying in on that because, again, the Panthers need the Falcons to beat the Saints to win the NFC South. And the Buccaneers need the Saints to beat the Falcons to win the NFC South and to get that 4th seed in the NFC. uh playoffs. What up, Brandon? Go Pack, go. Let's get it. Let's get healthy. What's up, that one sad guy? How you doing? What up, CJ? Cleveland Browns, baby. I hear you. How you feel about Willis potentially leaving? Maddox, I ain't, he only signed a 1-year deal when we traded for him. He was only on a 1-year deal. I wish him well. I think he can go compete to be a starter for some team in his league. So, I would love to keep him as a backup, but I don't. Obviously, it's not going to happen just because of what he's done these couple of past games. Pat got a chance like everyone else. All it takes is one win. Yeah, and I said that, Pac-Man. Carolina is depending on what happens today. Gimlin, is Carolina still in the playoffs? They still in the playoff hunt. They need the Falcons to beat the Saints today to win the NFC South. That's what they need to get in. But yeah, I agree. Anything can happen once you get in the playoffs. Again, I said it earlier in the beginning of this live stream. Everybody's 0-0. Once that wild card weekend hits next weekend, by the way, wild card weekend is next weekend. So we all 0-0. It all depends. The 2 top seeds, they get to sit out that first weekend and get a little bit more healthier. So Diggs I ain't gonna say he's an upgrade, he's a help. I don't know about upgrade. What up, Skull? I see you. Pac-Man says, I want Bears if I'm the Packers in the playoffs. And it looks like it's gonna be that. It could possibly be the Eagles. It could possibly be we'll be going to Philly, but I could care less. We just gotta wherever we going, we on the road. So it don't matter. The last time we won a Super Bowl, we was a 6th seed and we were on the road. So there you have it. Hey, look out. The Seahawks, though everyone thought that, I said that earlier. What's up, Jeremy? Appreciate the follow. Would Toon be able to survive B-Flow? We'll see today. Sorry, can't root for Bears. Nah, I can't root for NFC North rivals. I can't root for them unless it has some playoff implications in that. I can't root. Yeah, Nate Hobbs he's done for the season. Yeah, we finna handle business today. Go, James. I mean, that's cool if we win today. It's cool if we don't. I could really, this game means nothing today versus the Vikings. Now, it doesn't mean, I know JJ McCarthy is playing for the Vikings. Do I think the Bears win today versus the Lions? Yeah, I think so, Curtis. I think they win. But again, I was telling somebody the other day, I mean, I could care less about getting a W today versus the Vikings because we're locked in where we are. I sit as many starters as we can to use this week as a bye week. Get ready for next weekend because we're going to be on the road somewhere. Appreciate that follow, Pac-Man. What's up, Alex? Good Sunday to you. So there you have it. Again, week 18 matchups today. Saints at the Falcons. A lot of people are going to be watching that game. We got the Ravens at the Steelers, is the big AFC North Division rival, as well as the Cardinals at the Rams. That has some seeding implications as well for the Rams, I believe, or for the 49ers, actually for the Rams and the 49ers. So that's another game a lot of people are going to be looking at as well. I'm so used to the losing. This is uncharted territory. I hear you, Curtis. What up, Lavelle? Go Pack, go. Appreciate the follow. Watch this game. Gary will get multiple sacks on a non-meaningless game for us. And you're probably right, Brandon. And hopefully they only he ain't got to play the whole game. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you left off good in front of that, my guy. Yeah, I got some good-ish on my wall. You left out the word good. I corrected that chat for you. Well, I appreciate the love. Always, it's always a great day to be a Packers fan, by the way. I know it's all love. It's all love. Appreciate the follow, Maddox. How you doing? So again, playoffs is right around the corner. We got wild card weekend. It kicks off next weekend, and we got a Monday night game in wild card weekend as well, which I think will be on ABC, ESPN. So that'll happen. But until then, we got to talk about what's going to happen today. You think we should trade Gary? He hasn't had a no. I don't want to trade Gary. Sometimes pass rushers go in a slump. Kind of like hitters. Sometimes hitters don't hit a home run for a while, but eventually, once they get that one, then they get in that zone. So there you have it. Glenn 9999 says, the Packers aren't going anywhere in the playoffs, don't you? Yeah. No, I don't know. You enlighten me. Enlighten me if we not. We there. So enlighten me if we not. Appreciate that, Marlo. Bryce out, played all 4 quarterbacks this past Saturday. I thought Sam Darnold played well last night. You know, but Bryce played okay. They just wasn't able to get over the hump. He played okay. I think the Panthers have turned into a pretty solid team. We lost it on doggone Panthers. Doggone Rico Dowdle had a Pro Bowl game versus against us, but Dave Canales has came in and kind of put this team, and Carolina is somewhat pretty decent. Yeah, Seahawks were solid. Jordan Love going to come back hard, bro. Can't wait. Yeah, I hope so, man. I mean, because it's all, this is what the 18, the 17 games that you play to get into the tournament. That's all it is. You just want to get in. Once you get in, anything can happen. I know that's cliche, but it is the truth. Once you get in the tournament, anything can happen. Panthers got robbed yesterday on OPI, on T-Mac. I agree, Brandon. I thought that was, I didn't think that was OPI either. I thought that was a no call. Yeah, I thought that was a no call. But again, we know in NFL games, you're going to have calls that don't go your way. You got to play through them. Seahawks, number 1 seed. You right, D Grizzle. It was somebody, and appreciate that gift. I don't know if it was you, but it was somebody that was a big Seahawks fan that checked me out a couple of weeks ago, and he said the Seahawks was Super Bowl bound. What up, Willie T? Appreciate the follow. Big Dog says 8 straight wins, no Mahomes, no Lamar, Texans Super Bowl. Okay, all right. Yeah, that Rico Dowdle fumble did hurt too. That was you. I thought it was D Grizzle. Hey, man. Hey, all roads lead through Seattle through the NFC, man. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. Some teams to go in there and beat that team. I mean, hey, I appreciate the follow. So we're going to see. But again, once this Sunday is over, hey, it's time. Everybody 0-0. So teams get the rest, like Seattle, they get the rest. You enjoy your day too, Kyle. Appreciate the love. So we're gonna see what happens. My thoughts on Trevon Diggs, Dobo. I don't have a problem with us picking him up. The Packers picking him up. Far as it's no big financial risk because he had no more guaranteed money on his contract with the Cowboys. We only have to pay him right at $500,000. If he's a little healthy, he's going to help because the back end of the Packers defense is pretty mediocre and is pretty banged up. Anybody at this point, we need anybody can help that back end of the secondary. And I think Trevon Diggs, he has experience. He had his first 3 years, he was that dude. The last couple of years, he's been injured, hadn't been on the field a lot. Only played, I think, 21 games the last 2 seasons. Hadn't played, but in only 8 games this year. So, but I think he'll be a help. I don't think he's a long-term fix, me personally. Yeah, but I think he's going to help. He can be a help right now. He may play some today, Brandon, and I think he probably need to because he hadn't played a lot. Yeah, he ain't got to play the whole game. He needs to play a little bit. I know the Packers and Vikings kick off at noon, Isaac. Okay, Curtis, have a great day too, man. Enjoy them breakfast pieces too, for real. So yeah. Most of the games at 12 that you're gonna watch. So yeah, we kick off at 12. The Vikings, the Cowboys, I think is a noon kickoff. I think the Eagles and the Commanders, I believe, is a noon kickoff. What up, Kendricks? What's happening? Almost my namesake. Cheese head. Tucker Kraft was a big loss for us, Nickelback, but at this point, Michael Parsons, obviously a big loss. But at this point, we got to roll. We got to play next man up, man. We got to play next man up. Packers should bench any player of value. We can't afford any more injuries. I'm with you, Soulless Ginger. Obviously you can't sit everybody because it's only a 53-man roster. So some starters are going to have to play. But it's some major guys like the Christian Watsons and the Matthew Goldens and Romeo Dobbs, the Josh Jacobs, even Rashawn Gary, man, even Quay Walker, all them cats. If we don't have to play them, sit them. I hope so. I like Quay Walker. Some people don't. I like him. I think he's tenacious. I think Edge was a little disappointing for me this year. He didn't make the he didn't have the impact that I thought he was going to have. But again, that happens, man. You know. But I think right now the biggest thing for us. He probably don't, especially after Christian Watson came back, Brandon. That kind of put Matthew in a weird spot. But they got to figure out a way to get him in the mix. Move him around, put him in the slot if you have to, in my opinion. But don't force it. And I said this earlier. Everybody wants him to get his first TD, and he hadn't had one in his rookie year. But I ain't tripping if he don't, because I don't want Love to start forcing and try to get a guy a touchdown when then you start making mistakes. Yeah. Yeah, he runs good routes, got good hands too. Question to the Packers fans: who do you trust more, Jordan Love or Malik Willis? Packers fans, answer that question. Who do you trust more, Jordan Love or Malik Willis? Go Pack, go King. What's up? Malik's still good. So there you have it again. NFL Week 18, the regular season wraps up today with the big game being tonight, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, before I get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, you know what tomorrow is in the NFL? Tomorrow is Black Monday. Appreciate the follow, Tommy. Tomorrow is Black Monday, where NFL head coaches get their pink slips or they get to live another day. So, my NFL fans is watching. Who do you think is on the hot seat? We already know we've had what, 2 NFL head coaches fired this year. We had Brian Daboll, the Giants, was fired, and we had Tennessee Titans. Brian Callahan was fired as well. Who do you think is getting the pink slip on tomorrow? My guy Brandon says Kevin Stefanski. I definitely would put him number one. I was thinking about Pete Carroll too, Union guy. I was thinking that he may not get a second go around with them Raiders. I don't know. I was thinking about Todd Bowles possibly being on the hot seat too, and I like him as well. Kay says Joe Schoen. Pete probably not, but I think obviously I think Dan Campbell ain't going anywhere. Pac-Man, nah. I think probably the top 2, and nobody's mentioned these 2. Kevin O'Connell. I don't think O'Connell's going anywhere with the Vikings. But here's the 2 names that a lot of people saying could possibly be on this list, depending on what happens tonight. And that is Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin and the Ravens head coach John Harbaugh. Is Diggs playing today? I think he may play a little bit. I hadn't seen anything that confirmed that, though. Appreciate that. Yeah. I read, Brandon, that Mike McDaniels is safe for this year. But you can't believe everything you read. But from what I heard, that Mike McDaniel was safe for another year. But the word is possibly that John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin, they could be gone. And those are the highest. They're the longest tenured head coaches in the league. Both those guys. And I said this at the beginning of the season. And one of my you looking in the crystal ball. What are one of your predictions? And one of my predictions was that I thought that this might be the last year for Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. And the reason why I said that, I said that I think, and I don't think it would be a firing, so to speak. I think it would be a mutually parting of the ways. And I said that because obviously the Steelers organization, class act, they don't fire coaches. But I think eventually Tomlin has overstayed. I think he's been there too long. I think sometimes you can be at one place for so long that, you just stuck in the mud. So that was one of my predictions. And I, not saying it's going to happen, but there's talk that possibly he or John Harbaugh, whoever loses this game, could possibly be out the door. My guy says LaFleur. Now he ain't on the hot seat. Brian Flores, his name has been coming up as being possibly the next defensive coordinator in Dallas. I've been reading that a whole lot. So again, tomorrow is Black Monday for the NFL. And Colton says Kevin Stefanski is gone. I think he is. I think he should be, me personally. I think, he's been there 6 years. He had a couple of good seasons, got the Browns back on the map. But Mike Tomlin, the Jets. So you saying Aaron Glenn is out after 1 year? I don't think so. I don't think Aaron Glenn is out after 1 year. I think he's going to get another shot. Yeah, I've seen Matt Nagy, Mike Titans' new head coach. Not much on that, but I've seen that as a rumor. Matt Nagy to the Titans. Possibly. I've also seen the Giants are interested in possibly Mike McCarthy. He's on their list to interview. I did read that yesterday. As far as the Giants, do I think the Ravens got it in the bag? No, I don't. I think your AFC North division games are just like the NFC North. Those games could go anyway. Yeah, Jeff Hafley. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned him. Jeff Hafley is on the Giants list to interview as well. I read that on yesterday. And so those are just a couple of names that I remember off the top of my head that the Giants were going to be interested in talking to. Also, some of their other guys, Cliff Kingsbury, I saw that possibly could get an interview with the Giants for their head coaching job. Excuse me. I hope Rodgers get it done. My man, he's going for the Steelers. What if Ritter going to throw a few today? You know what? That's a good question. I think they activated him too to the 53-man roster, so he possibly could get a little action today. We'll see if that happens. So I want to get your score predictions before we get out of here on that not the Panthers, excuse me, on the Steelers Ravens. Who you got winning that game tonight? Before I get out of here, Steelers and Ravens. Who you got? What's the score? Talk to me in the comments. My ladies and gentlemen, who you got? Steelers Ravens tonight. You got the Ravens, got a score. Steelers. Brandon says Steelers in a close one. Brian says the Ravens 24-10. B Gas says the Ravens 27-24. Ricky says Steeler Nation all the way. So he going with the Steelers. Steelers 23-17. Cluck 1975. K412R says the Ravens. What up, Tony boy? 818. Go Pack Go. Yes. Let's get healthy. Corey Benefield says Ravens win 23-17. Go Bears. Colton First said would love to be in Buffalo today with all that snow. Hey, Colton, would you have volunteered to shovel it for $20 an hour? I know I wouldn't. I hate cold weather. So they would have been on their own if they asked me. No, sir. I watched that on my couch at home. This Packers-Vikings game going to be like a preseason game. Yep, Steven. Oh, Colton said yes, he would. Okay, that's what's up. So again, there you have it. Steelers, Brandon, Steelers 28, Ravens 23, but it'll probably be like a 19-16 score probably. I got you, Brandon. We went to the Bills-Bengals game, was upset they didn't get more snow. Well, Colton, you can have that. I don't want no part of snow or cold weather if I don't have to have it. What's up, Cluck? Appreciate that. Follow Cluck 1975. Excuse me, Cladwig. What's up? So again, I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. If this is your first time popping in, you can follow me here right at Kendrick Henderson 51 on TikTok. You can catch me here every weekend. I come in and do some live. I really don't have a set time. I just try to get in here as early as possible. $20 an hour, Brandon. That's what they paying. At least that's what I saw. Appreciate that follow. You catch me here every weekend talking sports. Again, NFL playoffs is right in our front view mirror, and we about to get it on. It's about to go down. NFL playoffs 2025. Make sure if you haven't, follow me right here on TikTok. Make sure if you have not already, subscribe to my YouTube channels. Doesn't cost you a dime. That is Kendrick Henderson 51. I'm sorry, Kendrick Sports Hustle. That's SportZHustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. You can like and follow them both on Facebook if you're on that social media platform. And you can follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. All right. So I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. I want to thank everyone for popping in. I'm glad you all made it over. What's up, El Senor Rocco? How you doing? Thank you for popping in and checking me out on this Sunday morning. Again, NFL Week 18 is about to finish up the regular season. And, what's up, El Senor Rocco? How you doing? You caught the tail end. I'm about to get out of here. And I'll let you guys get ready for your NFL football games. Again, just go over the two games that really is the most has a lot of importance today, and it affects the Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That is, if the Falcons beat the Saints today, the Carolina Panthers are the NFC South champs, and they are the 4th seed. If the Saints beat the Falcons today, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the NFC South champs, and they are the 4th seed in the NFC. Far as some other seeding issues, 49ers, they are the 6th seed if the Rams beat the Cardinals today. They are the 5th seed if the Rams lose. So that is some of the playoff scenarios, seedings that's still going on. Appreciate that follow, Mr. V. So those are some of the games you want to watch today. So you want to watch the Rams versus the Cardinals. If you want to watch the Falcons and the Saints, they got some playoff implications for our seeding. And then you got some other scenarios because the number 1 seed in the AFC is still kind of up for grabs for the Broncos, the Patriots, and the Jaguars. They need some other things to happen to get that number 1 seed, but the NFC number 1 seed is locked down already. The Seattle Seahawks did that last night by beating the 49ers 13-3, and the Bucks, they beat the Panthers on yesterday as well, 16-14. So those are just some of the things that you can look forward to on your NFL Sunday. So again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. I want to thank everybody for popping in on this Sunday again. You'll catch me here later on in the week talking about the NFL playoffs. Once all these seedings get set, giving my thoughts on my first look of NFL Wild Card Weekend, which kicks off next weekend. Yeah, we better rest some players today, TC. I am too. I appreciate that follow. So again, you guys have a good one. We will see you on the flip side and on the next live stream. And again, Happy New Year to you. And I hope your 2026 brings you a lot of peace and prosperity. All right? Peace, love, and light. I'm out. Peace. All right, Facebook and YouTube. I hope my audio was okay this week. Last week I had some issues and I had to get rid of it, delete it. But again, if you watch this later again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. Doesn't cost you a dime. Make sure you like and follow them both on Facebook as well. And you can follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969, and you can follow me on TikTok as well at Kendrick Henderson51, where it goes down. If you notice, I was over here on TikTok. I had 79 people in my chat, 2,000 views. That's where it goes down over there. Yeah. So if you ain't followed me over there, man, come on over there. It goes down. The algorithm just ain't picking me up over here like that on Facebook and YouTube, but I'm still going to keep showing my face in the place, as they say. So again, we got NFL Week 18 going down today. I'm going to be checking out that Steelers. Well, I'm going to watch a little bit of it, the Steelers and Ravens, because I got to get up and be at work in the morning, but I'm definitely going to be watching the Falcons and the Saints just to see what happens with that, because the Panthers and the Bucks are looking at that because one of them are going home. That's just the facts, Jack. So there you have it. Again, I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. I hope you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and happy 2026 to you. Happy New Year. We are hoping you and your family have a lot of peace and prosperity in this upcoming year, all right? So we'll talk to you on the flip side. I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. I am out. Deuces.